Greetings everyone, it's Greiferna here, bringing you another wonderful ranked replay. This one's being sent in by MrEndeavour. He's obviously in Bronze League. We're on the map Strait. He's taken out the Royal Navy T7 destroyer, the Jervis. We'll have a look through her in a minute. Her main points, as you can see, 7v7 at the Bronze League. He's got 4 BBs per team with King George, Straz, Shani, Nagado. He's got Miyoko, he's got a Sims. Against them, they've got the Colorado, the Hood, the Sharnhorse, the Carrichakula, the Boise. That might be nice and deadly in this kind of map. A Varqualan or Vokulan, and a Mars. Now the Jervis T7 Royal Navy DD. A few people actually don't like this DD, mainly because of her torp range. She gets 2 racks, as you can see, just taking better part over 2 minutes to load, but they only have a 7-kilometer range. That's probably the main reason people don't like the Jervis. It's a great DD to ambush BBs with. It's got single fire torps, widespread. It's really good at vessels that are coming into you and you get those torpedoes. It does have the Royal Navy Hydro, which is rather short range, but it's good for picking up torpedoes or when you're pushing in other DD's smoke. He's got 7 smokes here, MrEndeavour, as you can obviously see down his consumables. They will last about 20 to 30 seconds. He can do his quick farm or quick get out of trouble. Now they've got their Miyoko Nagado going down the 8-9 line, and the 3 BBs are coming in north of Alpha. Sims has taken an aggressive approach straight into Bravo. Looks like the enemy have a French DD into Charlie because that's come up pretty quickly, and a few of their BBs are lit. May have forgot to mention that the Jervis has 120mm guns that rotate 360 from memory. That rear one, I could be mistaken. It's been a while since I've played it. Let's watch here. Yes, it rotates 360. So again, going a nose in, or you can get that third turret coming to bear pretty quickly. Enemy Vokulan has decided to engage. He has no smoke. Enemy Sims or his friendly Sims is lit, but a bit of misfire. He takes no damage, but can't say that for one of the BBs behind MrEndeavour. He looks like he's absolutely going to get slightly clapped. Yeah, the King George, you can see his health bar at the top is already going down. He's lost about 1/5 of his health. Nice patience there by MrEndeavour to really line up those shells. Maybe have used AP at this stage because the enemy DD is pretty stationary. Those 120mm will hurt, but he's getting great damage, he's getting fire. Enemy DD's lost over half his health for this engagement so far. Yeah, look at that, 7Ks, but that BB's not pushing in, otherwise single fires would have been a wonderful option. Really decent aim there by Endeavour. He's still hitting this Vakulan, even from getting close to 3/4 to max range. Blind salvo out there. As you can see, smoke's gone down. It's just under 30 seconds to get another salvo up. This is a bit bold, pushing in at this angle in case another DD. We haven't seen that, the German Mars yet. We don't know where that one is. Carrichakula's got a bit of fire of the Sims. The Sims is trying to set that fire. Does he get a torp? Single fire torps going out there on the Boise. I'd be surprised if he actually stays there. Endeavour has his smoke up now, so he can use it. He really doesn't want to be lit here by the Boise. The Boise will make short work of him with his HE. First blood goes down to the Greens King George. He pushed into the cap needlessly as a battleship, in my opinion. He got focus fired. Big game here, widespread, but in case the BB turns out, the Boise reverses. Nothing taking the Mars. He's trading shots with the Shani, so Endeavour's got... even though they're a boat down, they still got 2 caps to 1. Enemy team have to get some more kills or push in. Which one will it be? Those torps should hit the character cooler, or at least one right on the nose. He could have probably straight lined them in my opinion there, but safer. He was better doing the safer thing. The Sims in chat saying he's stuck on an island. That Boise is really going to be a bit of a pain. Nagata goes down on the 8-9 line. So 2 BBs are down, and the Shani's just taken a whole bunch of torps from the Lebrek de Mars. Still getting a flood in the character cooler, so that's damage. I know what Endeavour's doing. He's just trying to pick up one of the DDs if the Vakwalan will come in again. Maybe he'll drop some torps here into Boise. Italian BBs come in hard and hot. And the BB should know torps have been... oh my god, the Librick Mast took out the Shani. That's huge. So we're down to 1 BB Strasbourg. It's not looking good for Endeavour's team. Even though they've got 2 caps up, they still haven't secured a kill. They're starting to lose vessels that can inflict high DPM. As we say that, the first one goes down. Endeavour secures a character cooler. Nice lead on these torps. Smoke's dissipating. Still not looking good. The hood's got you under minimum. Your minimum is 6.4 without that concealment expert, and he's coming in hot. But you've got a friendly Sims here with smoke. That's decent damage from the hood there on yourself. He turns into a void. That the Boise, I really think at this stage, the Boise should be coming in hard and heavy for you, and the Sims. The Vac shows himself. He's absolutely crippled for a moment. Other than the Vac, the red team really haven't lost too much hit points. It's really the kind of game for them to lose. The Sims has his torps out. These will hurt if they connect at that range. Not to be in the Boise as well. For me, I think any of these DDs can deal with a battleship. It's the cruiser. The cruisers are always the hardest ones that will clap destroyers. As I say that, the Strasbourg's actually doing pretty good damage on the hood. Strasbourg's going in, maybe thinks he'll get a kill on a ram. Endeavour's giving up a lot of ground here. He hasn't used his smoke either to farm. Maybe he's waiting if the Mars will show himself and give himself up. As I say that, there goes the smoke. The hood's actually put himself into a terrible position. Not sure how DD, but there was a lot of hit points coming through there. Endeavour secures the hood, but the Boise, as I said, the Boise gets the Jervis. I mean the Jervis, the Sims. And that's the threat of that cruiser. That cruiser is going to hurt Endeavour more than anything. So it's 2 down to 4, but still not out of the game because they held that B cap for a long time. Enemy Mars is here. You can see the shells. I I don't know if he was torping the Strasbourg, or if he was torping the Smoke. That's actually a good trade, Strasbourg, for the Boise. From the point of view for MrEndeavour anyway. Colorado secures the Miyoko. It's a 4v1. 2 caps to 1. They don't have the lead. They're 180 points down. The mast, the Liebrecht mast, has appeared. He's on hydro. The Jervis is, and that's a good hit. Good solid hit. I don't know what the mast is doing. His guns have not fired once. Wow. He took all that time to fire widespread torps. He still hasn't fired. There he goes. He actually did a couple hundred. If you're watching this replay, if you're new to DD gunfighting, in that situation, even if your torps are ready, oh look at that, Miyoko got the Colorado, that's huge. So it was a 4v1, now it's a 2v1, one of them being the Vaqualan. But if you're in that situation as a DD, don't just use your guns. Your torps are great, you might get the kill, but use your guns. Inflict damage. That mast could have nearly ended the Jervis. So in a game that looked like surely to be lost, they're in with a chance. In all honesty, I would, if I was the Scharnhorst, I would take a rear end position near an island or something. Yeah, force the cap and make MrEndeavour come into him. Because 6.4 is not a great detection rate. He does have the Vaqualan that can light him up. But considering where the mast went down, oh, he's lit, and then we have the Vaqualan. He comes up, 5 hit points. My God, easy kill, and the smoke's up and ready from Endeavour. For all those good hits on the Vac, Endeavour nearly missed that salvo there. Oh, Jesus, 1v1 now. Here's the thing about Royal Navy DDs: short duration smoke and short hydro. So the Sharny's shooting his guns. Now that keeps him lit in bloom for 20 seconds. I honestly believe if the Sharny wanted to win this, he should have turned in. He should have turned in at this point, kept nose in, not fired his guns, because that way he would not be lit. Like now he's dark, but if he had turned in when this smoke ends, he would have been... Oh, I'm flabbergasted. Look, his guns aren't even rotated here. Wow. So another trick, yeah, if you're trying to engage your team in this situation, even if you have to look where the torps are, keep your guns on track. You've got Alt X that will lock your guns onto bearing, because he's only using that rear gun to shoot Endeavour, and Endeavour's making the most of it. The Sharny does have quick turret rotation, as you can see. It will come up. I still recommend that Endeavour should have used AP here or there, even at an angle on that boat. That would have chewed it up with his 120s. High caliber is obtained. I really still think the Sharny can win it, even at this point. There's only 2k versus the odd 16. Double fires. He just has to go nose in. DCP, no, don't fire. Don't fire. Yeah, he's got a hit, but you're playing at ranges that really suit MrEndeavour, and you're turning away, so giving him that extra couple hundred meters will mean he can go dark here. He'll leave his smoke and he'll be dark, and he's got a fire. That could be enough to win the game. That's just going to burn it. He's got another 20 seconds till he gets a smoke. He could fire his guns, bait, and the Sharny's... Here we go. He's fired his guns. Will the rear gun go off? He's got a second fire, that's huge. And MrEndeavour decides to collect the local scenery. He decides, I want a souvenir of this island. Let's ram this tin can destroyer into the rock to see how that goes. So we're up to nearly 120,000 damage. 4 kills at the moment. If he gets this, he'll get a Kraken. And believe it or not, he'll get a solo warrior in rank. Because remember, When he was the last one, it was 4 enemy ships. Miyoko got one by a flood, but there were 4 ships left. So now he's fired his guns. The Shani will miss because he hasn't done really much with his guns to this point, and it's all over. MrEndeavour is going to win this game. Just like that. There's another fired DCP. Unless this last Hail Mary hits him. Enemy team got up to 900. I cannot believe this Endeavour. 124,000. It's going to be 5 kills, solo warrior, and a high caliber. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 5 kills. Arsonist, solo warrior, Kraken, and high caliber. He must have got the Arsonist when he got the solo warrior. 3,149 base XP in a ranked game. The next best one was the Strasbourg and Miyoko. The Strasbourg taking out the Boise was crucial, I believe. The Miyoko getting the Colorado damned help. Sims played well, and then the rest were battleships that... I don't know what they did, but they sort of died. But, Jesus, you feel sorry for the Shani on the other team. Yeah, he was top of the scoreboard, but... he made mistakes. He could have won that duel, especially closing the gap and keeping his guns dark. If he wasn't firing, Endeavour would have had no chance. Regardless, thank you for this wonderful replay. MrEndeavour, was a fantastic game to see you play in Bronze League ranked on North America. If you have enjoyed this content, please click the subscribe button below. Otherwise, give me a follow on Twitch, or you can email me your replays through my email in the link below or via my Discord. Till I see you out there on the seas, take care and have fun.